The arena hums long before the first punch is thrown, a low electric buzz rolling through the crowd as the lights dim and the spotlight tightens on the ring. This isn't just another night of boxing. It's a test of hierarchy, belief, and survival. From the shadows emerges Bill Hutchinson, a fighter stepping into the brightest light of his career, greeted by applause that carries both encouragement and curiosity. He's here with nothing promised except resistance, nothing guaranteed except pain. Across the ring stands Adrien Broner, a former world champion, a name that carries weight, swagger, and expectation. The problem isn't just a nickname. It's a reputation built on hand speed, timing, and a confidence that borders on arrogance. Tonight, Broner isn't fighting for a belt, but for momentum, sharpness, and respect, proving he still belongs among boxing's elite. The referee brings them together, voice calm but commanding, reminding them to protect themselves at all times, a warning that feels heavier than usual. The bell hasn't rung yet, but the tension already presses against the ropes. Hutchinson knows the script most expect. Survive if you can, fall if you must. Broner knows the narrative too. Domination, control, and a showcase of superiority. As gloves touch and the fighters retreat to their corners, the crowd senses what's coming. This is the kind of fight where one man is trying to rise above his station, and the other is trying to remind the world exactly who he is. When the bell finally rings for round one, the noise swells, the cameras zoom in, and the story officially begins. Round one opens with Hutchinson pushing forward, knowing hesitation is a death sentence. He tries to mount an early attack, throwing punches not just to score, but to send a message. He didn't come for a paycheck, he came to fight. But Broner is already settled, calm behind his guard, eyes sharp, feet light. The difference becomes visible almost immediately. Broner's jab snaps out like a measuring stick, precise and punishing, disrupting Hutchinson's rhythm before it can even form. A sharp right hand follows, and suddenly Hutchinson's balance betrays him. The crowd reacts, not shocked, but alert. Broner walks through Hutchinson's offense with ease, absorbing arm punches and answering with compact, damaging shots. A right hand lands clean, then a left hook, and Hutchinson is visibly shaken. He tries to respond, tries to fight back, but Broner's hand speed tells a different story. Each exchange feels one-sided, Broner choosing when to engage and when to step away. Hutchinson survives the scare, but survival already feels like an accomplishment. As the round continues, Broner remains relaxed, popping the jab, landing straight rights, slowly stripping away Hutchinson's confidence. A hard body shot draws a groan from the crowd, a reminder that Broner isn't rushing, he's dissecting. By the end of the round, Hutchinson is backing up, breathing heavier, while Broner looks untouched, composed, and in control. The tone is set. This isn't chaos, it's calculation. And everyone in the building can sense that Hutchinson is already fighting uphill against a man who knows exactly how this movie usually ends. As the fight moves deeper, the pattern becomes unmistakable. Hutchinson keeps coming, showing heart, showing courage, but courage alone doesn't stop a technician. Broner begins to invest in the body, digging hooks into the ribs, slowing Hutchinson's legs with each thudding impact. The crowd applauds Hutchinson's effort. Every landed punch feels like a small victory, but Broner's responses are immediate and unforgiving. Straight right hands split the guard, left hooks snap Hutchinson's head to the side, and jabs continue to pierce through his defenses. Broner isn't loading up. He doesn't need to. He hits Hutchinson whenever he wants, from whatever angle he chooses. Inside the ring, it feels less like a contest, and more like a lesson unfolding in real time. Hutchinson lands a decent body shot, perhaps his best punch of the fight, and for a moment, the crowd reacts with hope. But Broner doesn't flinch. He answers with combinations, walking Hutchinson back to the ropes, pinning him there and picking him apart. The ring starts to feel smaller for Hutchinson, the exits closing with every step backward. Broner's patience becomes the story. He measures, he stalks, he punishes. Commentators talk about dragging the fight out, about rounds being valuable, about experience. And that's exactly what Broner is doing. Banking rounds, sharpening timing, reminding everyone that he's been in with fighters who could truly hurt you, and this isn't that kind of night. Hutchinson refuses to quit. Absorbing punishment, firing back when he can, earning respect even as the scorecards drift further away. By the end of these middle rounds, the fight's direction is clear. The only remaining question is how much longer Hutchinson can endure. By the later middle rounds, Broner's control is absolute. He begins to mix in inside work, mugging Hutchinson in close, landing short, brutal punches that don't always look flashy, but drain energy and spirit. Hutchinson tries to rally, tries to force exchanges, but every attempt is met with clean counters. A jab, a right hand, another right. Broner's timing is flawless. Hutchinson's size and toughness keep him upright, but his options are fading. Broner's right hand stays glued to his chin defensively, his offense flowing effortlessly. Uppercuts just miss, hooks thud into the body, and Hutchinson is forced to stand and trade, simply because there's nowhere else to go. Still, he keeps fighting, earning admiration from the crowd. They know what they're seeing now, not a mismatch of heart, but of skill. Broner slows slightly, not because he's tired, but because he's comfortable. He knows he's winning every second. The fight becomes a showcase of ring IQ, stepping just outside punches, making Hutchinson miss, then making him pay. Each round feels the same on the scorecards, but heavier on Hutchinson's body. By now, Broner isn't trying to prove anything with wild power. He's proving something more dangerous, that he can dominate without forcing it. The arena's energy shifts from suspense to appreciation, watching a veteran do exactly what veterans do. Hutchinson survives, round after round, but survival is all he has left. As the fight enters the championship rounds, fatigue sets in, especially for the man who's been absorbing punishment all night. Hutchinson's face shows the miles he's traveled in this fight. Yet he continues to press forward, refusing to fold. The crowd respects it, urging him on with applause every time he throws. Broner, sensing the moment, sharpens his counters. Big right hands land, followed by snapping left hooks that push Hutchinson back into corners he doesn't want to be in. Broner lets Hutchinson throw just enough to create openings, then punishes him for the attempt. It's ruthless, but controlled. Hutchinson tries to fight back in flurries, but his punches hit gloves, shoulders, air. Broner's defense is tight, his counters immediate. There's talk of stopping the fight, concern in the air, but Hutchinson keeps answering the bell, keeps showing up. Broner, meanwhile, eases off the throttle slightly, content to secure the outcome without unnecessary risk. Even so, the power shots are nasty, echoing through the arena. Each exchange reminds everyone why Broner's name still carries weight. Hutchinson's corner hopes only for the final bell now. Not victory, but dignity. And somehow, through grit and refusal, Hutchinson keeps standing. In the final moments, both fighters understand the reality. Broner knows the decision is his. Hutchinson knows the win isn't coming, but respect still can. He throws what he has left, digging deep, trying to finish strong. Broner answers calmly, landing lead right hands, snapping hooks, controlling distance. There's no desperation from Broner, only professionalism. The crowd's applause grows louder, not for dominance, but for resilience. Hutchinson has taken punishment that would have broken many, yet he's still there, still trying. Broner backs off just enough to avoid reckless exchanges, picking moments to land clean shots that remind everyone who's in charge. When the final bell rings, there's a release. Relief, appreciation, closure. Hutchinson raises his gloves briefly. Exhausted but proud. Broner nods, composed, barely winded. The fight has gone the distance, and in doing so it's told its story. After 10 rounds, the fighters stand quietly as the scorecards are collected. There's no suspense in the numbers, only confirmation of what everyone witnessed. The announcer steps forward, voice echoing through the arena, and reads the result. Unanimous decision. All 3 judges see it the same way. The winner, Adrien "the Problem" Broner. The crowd applauds, not just for the victor, but for the journey. Broner once again proves that experience, timing, and composure still matter. Hutchinson, though defeated, leaves with something intangible, respect earned through heart and endurance. This fight wasn't about an upset. It was about levels. It was about a former champion reminding the world that he can still control a ring, still dictate a fight, still dominate without chaos. As Broner's hand is raised, the message is clear. He's still here, still dangerous, still a problem. And on this night, under bright lights and heavy expectations, the story played out exactly the way a seasoned champion would write it.